I have been waiting for so long for the Champions League to be back. That song is so good. The champions. Ba, 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 ba. What is going on, my people? Today we back with another video, and we're going to talk about Manchester City versus Bayern. The only way Manchester City can beat Bayern. Stay tuned. We're gonna get into it. The only way Manchester City can beat Bayern. Now we are all excited to see Tuchel versus Pep again. The last confrontations in the Premier League and especially in the final of the Champions League, Tuchel won. Now, is it gonna be Guardiola's time, or is Tuchel gonna keep beating Guardiola? Let's talk a little bit about Bayern's situation right now. Bayern is not in a great situation right now, and I think this is the best moment for Manchester City to take advantage of this. This current team of Bayern concedes a lot of goals. They even had to sack their coach because of results. Even though they've been winning, they're ahead of everything. They won all the Champions League games. They never lost any games in the Champions League so far. The results are not enough. They concede a lot of goals. Bayern is one of the teams that concedes at least one goal almost every game this season. So that means their defense is weak. Second weakness is that in the front, they do not have enough options. And the ones they have are not in great shape. Good for Man City, right? Sané is not at 100%. I was watching him today playing against Fribourg. This guy missed 2 great chances. In all season, we haven't seen him where we want to see him. Sadio Mane on the other side just came back from the injury. He's obviously not at 100% yet. And Choupo-Moting, their number 9 has been scoring a lot, is injured. And also, Tuchel is a new coach. He needs time to adapt with the team to bring them to the level of that Bayern that made the whole Europe fear. And now what is their strength? Bayern Munich, it doesn't matter how bad they're playing, they know how to win. They have this killer mentality. They didn't play great against PSG in the 2 legs, but they scored 3. And they eliminated PSG. That's why City have to be careful. And they also have experience. They're one of the teams that have so much experience in the Champions League. I think they have 4 or 5 Champions League. To City, 0. And they got some strong men in the midfield. Physically, they can offer a lot of intensity to that midfield. Even though this year, their intensity have dropped a little bit compared to the previous years, when you have a guy like Goretzka and Kimmich in the midfield, man, you need a team that is good to go past that midfield. And now, what does Manchester City have to do to win against this Bayern that everyone still fears, even though they haven't been that great this season? Okay, since Bayern defensively is not great, and Bayern is a team that plays really high, just like Manchester City, and they leave a lot of space behind. That's when you bring a guy named Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, you put him in the front. He will take advantage and maybe score another manita. Maybe. So maybe we'll get to see them in a 4-3-3 formation. And also, they have to make sure they don't leave a lot of space behind, because you have a guy named, I'm a Barcelona fan, so I remember this guy. I think his name is Davis. Very fast. If he goes behind Manchester City's defense, he's going to have someone waiting. He's just going to cross it. Thomas Muller, goal. So they have to not leave a lot of spaces behind. Even though the style they play in, they have to play high, but they have to make sure they do not leave too much space behind, because these guys, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, and Alphonso Davies, will take advantage if they do. And most importantly, besides the fact that Manchester City have to keep the intensity high, they have to use the sides, because that's Bayern's weakness right now. They have Cancelo, they have Alphonso Davies. These guys are way better when they attacking. But when it comes to defending, you're going to have a guy like Morris and Grealish on each side. This is what I assume Guardiola will do. If Man City use the wings, they can create a whole lot of chances whenever Bayern gets caught up too high on the field. I think Manchester City should not be playing with three in the back, because when they play with three in the back, they drop a guy like Walker, which has a lot of speed and he could help him a lot. So I think they should play with four in the back, three in the middle, three, whatever. They could play 4-2, 4-2, 3-1, whatever they want, but they have to play with four in the back. If they can keep Bayern in their own half as much as possible, use the spaces Bayern will leave behind when they try to attack, keep the intensity high, and be clinical when they have the opportunities, I think they're gonna beat Bayern by 3-1, 4, 2-1, whatever, but they can score a lot of goals if they are really clinical. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. This is my prediction. Manchester City will win if they do what I said in the video. And Bayern has the edge for me because Bayern has way more experience than Manchester City. And we know Tuchel recently won the Champions League, unlike Guardiola that hasn't won the Champions League since Messi hit puberty. All right, subscribe and we'll see you at the game. Let's go.